kicking it off, we have Bo Nickal and Cody Brundage. Bo Nickal minus 2,500. Always big lines when he fights. 5-0 versus Cody Brundage 10-5. Here's a tell the tape right here. The thing that just amazes me with Bo Nickal is the lines that he gets and the respect that he gets. Do I think he's gonna win? Yes, but just these lines are absurd. I feel like maybe I just miss that. Maybe I'm just not understanding and seeing how dominant he is, and he is. I mean, he has big wins, but he has a lot of easy wins. But there's so many guys that have done this their first 4 or 5 fights that don't get the respect of this line that he gets.
Dude, I completely agree with you. We've got Classic Commotion saying Brundage is trash. Not going to disagree with you there. His last win was kind of impressive against Zach Reese making his debut. But before that, he won by getting elbowed in the back of the head. Lost a couple fights before that one. And I think with Bo Nickal, I agree where he shouldn't deserve to be the biggest favorite of all time. But he's just such a world-class athlete. He was one wrestling match away from representing the U.S. in the Olympics in freestyle wrestling. He's one of the greatest college wrestlers of all time, probably top 10, top 15. And it's kind of like what we say with Suga, but maybe to an even higher extent. This dude's just an elite world-class athlete. And from everyone you hear around him, he's locked in. He's training 24/7. It's all he really cares about. So I think until Bo really gets that challenge, we're going to keep seeing lines that are pretty nuts for him.
Is it more so Bo Nickal that's getting these lines, which a lot of it is obviously him, or is it the opponents that he's fighting? So I guess my question is, what would his lines be if he was fighting someone in the top 10, top 15?
I think it depends on the fighter. I think there's a few strikers in there where he would probably still be favored. But if you put him up against a guy like Chris Curtis, I probably like Chris Curtis just stylistically with that elite takedown defense. And in Bo Nickal's fight against Jamie Pickett, it wasn't a walk in the park until he kneed Pickett in the balls. So that kind of always that lingers in the back of my head with these because Cody Brundage, let's see, we got Classic Commotion. Spitting some facts here. Brundage pulls guillotine and may have the worst fight IQ of any fighter that's been in the UFC for 3+ years. I'll fight Brundage. Shit, hard to disagree, but he does have a couple wins in the promotion. He's 4-4, so I don't know. I mean, if you're in the UFC for 3+ years, you've got to be doing something right. I do agree that this isn't really a close fight. But Brundage, he was a solid wrestler. He wrestled in college. He made the NCAAs twice, not Division I. But I think I'm interested, bro. I just want to see how that first takedown attempt goes for Bo Nickal. And then
how many fighters in the middleweight division are favorites over Bo Nickal?
Oh, man, that's so crazy to say about a guy that has 3 fights in the UFC. But like we said, this guy just has the nuts hype. I heard Brundage say in his presser, everyone's acting like this guy's the second coming of Jesus Christ, and Vegas makes it look that way with the odds right here. Let me pull out the UFC rankings. I would say about 12, maybe 13.
Wow.
What say you?
I mean, again, it's all off, like you said. It depends on the matchup. Let me get the rankings out here. I don't think I mean, fuck, the way they give him the lines. I mean, you think about striker versus wrestler, the way that they're respecting his wrestling. Is he not favored versus Rodriguez or Sean Strickland?
I can't. They're both too good.
I mean, I know that, but like, his dude's minus 3,000, minus 2,000, minus 2,500 all the time.
Yeah, it's nuts. You really don't see this unless it's like a Nurmagomedov fighting in one of his first fights in the promotion.
What is Bo Nickal Khamzat Chimaev line today?
Bro, you know I'm not big on Khamzat striking, but in terms of the common man, how Vegas would look at it, if I had to guess, I would say Hamzat minus 180.
Whoa, I don't think so.
You think it would be bigger?
No, it'd be a closer line. It'd be like Hamzat minus 130.
That's crazy, bro. Bo's like I can't disagree with you, but we've never seen Bo beat a ranked opponent in the UFC. Cody
Yeah,
Brundage
no,
said,
I 1,000% agree. I'm just going with like the lines that he gets. It shows me that the respect that they have. So like you don't go from being minus 2,500 and fighting a UFC veteran to now you're plus 140. Like I don't think it's gonna go like that. The lines that they show me that they show they respect him. You look at like a lot of people on this card, like Zhang Wali's minus 500. So like
yeah,
Bo Nickal has a way better chance than Zhang.
it could also
Like
be
it's just
that, yeah, it could be because Cody Brundage wins most of his fights by grappling, but it's not like he's that great of a grappler. So there's really just not a path to victory for him here. If I were to see a path, I would say Brundage punches him in the face and Bo doesn't like it because we haven't seen Bo in any kind of trouble yet. And it's hard to know how he'll react. If I had to guess, he's probably been in some hard sparring rounds with really good guys where he's gotten hit and he does know how to deal with that. You just don't know. If you had to predict a round, you think Bo gets it done in the first?
Yeah, first.
Yeah, me too. And we saw him live and in person at 290. I think we were both kind of saying like, hey, might have to sprinkle just a tad on Val here, but he looked pretty good on the feet.
Yeah, he did look really good on the feet. I mean, especially with the 300 bonus being added. I think he gets it done in the first. It'd be interesting to see how many of those bonuses he gives away. It's a lot. You could be a lot more generous when it's 50K as opposed to 300K. I feel like if it's 300K, we only need to give away like 2 or 3.
I heard Dana say 1.2 million in bonuses, so that would be 4 of them.
Yeah.
2, you give 2 for fight of the night, 1 knockout bonus, 1 performance bonus.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a lot more bonus-worthy performances than that, though. That's going to be hard to narrow down.
You never know, dude. The night goes well. You know how Dana gets on there and starts dropping money, so he could give away a bunch.
You think he was already planning on raising it to 300,000, or do you think that was just a spur of the moment? Fuck it, I'm hyped.
I don't know. I think he was gonna raise it for sure, but $300,000—that's fucking nuts.
Dude, at first, one of the fighters they said double it, so that would have been 100K, and then another fighter was like, no, triple it, and then I think Max or someone said, no, 300,000. They all start yelling that, and he goes, all right, 300,000.
That's crazy,
bro. Yeah. What other?
How do you see Bo winning here?
I kind of think knockout. I think since Brundage is good on the ground, Bo might try to stand with him, and he might honestly be a better striker than Brundage. So I think it could kind of be like the Val Woodburn fight where he doesn't even shoot for a takedown.
Great fight to kick the night off.